It wasn't too bad before, it was fine, and I didn't think anything of it, and it just gradually got worse until last night I woke up at 2 in the morning in pain, even just lying in bed. It hurt, so not very good, I'm afraid. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Running Diaries. This is Series 1, Episode 4, and I'm afraid it's not a very happy update. I should have been posting a race report instead of this video, but I'm not going to be racing because of injury, I'm afraid. You may remember last week I did a recce of the GoPro and I fell over and said I bumped my knee. Well, it turns out that bump was quite a bad bruise, and I think it's led to that side of my inner quad not working correctly, which has probably put pressure on the central quadricep, and long story short, I've got tendonitis type pain just above my kneecap. It wasn't too bad before, it was fine, and I didn't think anything of it, and it just gradually got worse until last night I woke up at 2 in the morning in pain, even just lying in bed. It hurt, so not very good, I'm afraid. I'm using ibuprofen, I'm using my ultrasound, I'm using my Compex machine as well to try and recover. Nothing seems to be touching it at the moment, but I think it's going to be a case to get the swelling down and see where I am in a few days' time. It hurts to walk downstairs, it hurts to walk upstairs, it just hurts basically. We're all runners and it's part and parcel of the experience. You can't run and go completely injury free, I'm afraid. So it's something we've got to deal with, something we've got to accept, and I'm trying to manage that side of it as well as much as I can. As for what this will mean for the Fell series, well, the Go My Gamble's knocked on the head altogether, and it's too late really to be offering to volunteer. So I'm going to lose that race, which is a real shame because I would have maybe had a decent chance in it as well. But what we need to do is look forward now and think towards the next races. I've got a race scheduled for in 2 weeks' time. So obviously the priority is to try and get right for that, and then after that I've got a month break before the next one. So it's not all doom and gloom and disaster. There's time to heal, there's time to be ready for other races in the series. But first and foremost, we need to take care of this knee. Find out what's actually going on, find out what the problem is, and actually try to do something about it. As for the actual root cause of the injury, to be honest, I probably got partially myself to blame. I can't say I was just unlucky and it was a slip that led to the whole problem. Yes, that's the catalyst for it, but I haven't helped myself. All week I've known that my bruised knee has not been right, and all week I've also known that there's a good chance that I may be compensating elsewhere, and yet I've still carried on training if though nothing's wrong, purely because I haven't been getting worse. But in reality it hasn't got a lot better as well, so I should have probably seen the signs and knocked a couple of the harder sessions on the head. I think the one that really did it was my strength and conditioning. I was doing wall sits, 1.5 minutes a piece times 3. It didn't go at the time, but afterwards I knew something wasn't right. I could just tell. It was very painful later on. I think that's where the injuries actually come from. But like I said, it's happened now, we are where we are. I need to move forward with it and actually look at the problem and see what happens. So 2 days to recover, 2 days to get some anti-inflammatories down, we get some ice on it, do as much as I possibly can to help. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not too serious and the swelling goes down and I can get back to some easy running. Yeah, a shame, bit gutted, but that's running for you. Good morning, it's Sunday, should be race day, but unfortunately I'm still nursing the knee. It is a little bit better, but it's still there. I can still feel it going up and down the stairs. It's still quite painful in general to use that tendon just above the kneecap. So it may take a few more days yet before I can even think about getting back to some easy running. But we will see how it goes. I'm going to keep on with the ibuprofen, keep on with the ice, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it gets better sooner rather than later. I just wanted to take the opportunity as well to talk to you about the ability to be able to deal with injury and deal with these niggles. I have a history of being terrible in this area. I will get a niggle, I'll carry on training through it, thinking everything will be okay, and then I'll end up with issues in other areas due to compensation, a number of other things. I think it's vital that when you're in a training block, you have the ability to be able to separate yourself from the idea of progress and where you'd like to be as a runner for your next race, and recognise that actually life isn't that simple. Sometimes things get in the way, sometimes you have to pull back and just accept that you can't train the way you'd like to. I should have done that this week on Tuesday. Instead of doing the harder session, I should have just done an easy run. On Wednesday I shouldn't have even done the strength and conditioning. There's just way too much movement in the knee joint there. And then I would have probably been racing today and all recovered and fine. Instead, I'm finding myself having, now this is my third full day off, and potentially maybe even weeks off. Depends how quick this swelling goes down. So I may not even be ready for the next race in 2 weeks' time. So I've cost myself, not only in race terms, but development wise as well. And that's all because I didn't recognise the fact I needed to pull back, separate myself from where I want to be to where I actually am, and just accept that and move on. You have to be able to look at your training plan and think, that is what I'm doing when I am in perfect health. But I will adapt when I get niggles, and I will adapt when there's potential to cause myself a serious injury. I'm trying to work on that myself, and I'm trying to get better at it. I think I'm slowly getting there. Obviously not quite, otherwise I wouldn't be dealing with this issue right now, but I do think it's vital that we do all just think about that. I'm not sure when we'll have another update, all depends on how the knee goes, but I will let you all know how it gets along. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're interested in finding out more on the Winterfell series and how the injury goes and all my races. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.